everybody. It's Wednesday night, so you know what time it is. It's time for the Notary Meet and Greet. And tonight's meet and greet is going to kick off with our giveaway. For those of you guys who haven't heard, we are about to give away some stuff, okay? The giveaway, just so that you guys know, is for Notary Nerds University members. So if you are a member at Notary Nerds, we have taken your name and we have put it in a bucket and we have mixed it up, and Roxana is going to be on here and she's going to shake it up and pull out a name so you guys can see who won what at each, when it's time for each drawing. So the first thing that we're going to give away, we're going to start low and go high. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's see here. Let's see here. Gosh, there's so many people on, I can't even tell how many people there are. Everybody drop your city and state for me so I can see where everybody's at, what part of the country everybody's in. We're going to start low with the not insignificant external storage, folks, okay? I don't need you guys to sleep on this external storage, especially those of you guys who are doing Ron. We got one winner that's going to get this one, and we got one winner that's going to get this one. So we'll start with the external storage, then we'll graduate up to the gas card, bam, and bam. So that's 4 people so far. And then we'll go up to the Epson ES, what is that? 60W, which is not a bad mobile scanner from what I've heard. And then this one is the ES 300. This one might do a little something, okay? This one probably gonna beat this one out. I'm just gonna say it, okay? Whoever get this one got the Mac Daddy, okay? Who else we got? Oh, you guys can't see it, but this box is a mid-back chair. Let me see if I can show it to you. You guys, let me get my camera. I'm not lifting this thing up. Let me lean my, there we go. You see it? There's 2 of these. So somebody's home office, somebody's gonna get a chair. Shit. Okay, I don't care what you do with it, where you put it, but you about to have you a mid-back chair. All right, so let me see where let's see if Roxana has made it on yet. I don't think she's made it on yet. So I will kind of open up the floor because she's the one with all of the little drawing things. So I have to wait on her to get on before we can start our drawing. So let's go ahead and start a line with anybody that needs any questions answered from this week, has anything they're dealing with that needs some help with. Let's go ahead and start a line by raising up your hand and we'll take it from there. Texas in the house, Florida, Texas, Florida, Texas, Florida. New York, Washington State, South Carolina, PA, Texas, 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 Tennessee, Memphis, yes, Brooklyn in the house, Ennis, Montana. Who is from Ennis, Montana on the call?
I am.
Welcome,
Jonathan.
Hey,
Thank you.
this is the first time I've had anybody from Montana on the call. Let's see here. Smyrna, Tennessee. Krishna's in the house. All right, Regina, the floor is yours. Your hand is up. How can we help you?
Good evening. So I had a whole bunch of training that I was going through, and I had a quick question. Well, I have 2, if you can do it. I put down when it came to the attorneys that you were talking about.
Yeah.
And we said we would have them paying $25 a month for the subscription.
Right.
I wanted to know, would that include loan signings that they had or just the general notary work? And does it include tolls?
That's an excellent question, Regina. In my mind, it was for general notary work. Simply because I would hate for you to price yourself on a subscription basis like that for loan signings, simply because your loan signing is going to be a little bit more involved, a little bit more time intense. And, typically the attorneys that we're going to be targeting, if you're going to, kind of follow in that line of the stuff that we're doing, is that solo practicing attorney. That attorney is not as likely to be engaging in loan signings. Okay. So that's going to kind of solve it, that problem on its own. Most of your attorneys engaging in loan signings are at a title company. And so the subscription model is targeted towards those attorneys who don't have any staff. They are their own, that they're it, and they need the assistance of someone without committing to an employee-employer relationship. And that's where the notary can come in. And it's just going to be a numbers game from there. Because you want, 100 or 200 of them paying you $25 a month, with the understanding that you have a team that you're building, right? A little small one at first. You know, you only have to be, most states only require you to be 18, and you can train people on how to do an acknowledgement and jurat within a week, right? And so if you're going to go that model route with the subscription, you want to have a little small team, because you want to ramp up as many attorneys paying $25 a month as you can, knowing that everybody won't need you for signings, but just in case you run into a week where everybody's calling you, then you've got these other 2 or 3 people here on standby.
Okay, now you threw in another side point. So with the team, say I wanted to bring 3 other notaries on board, how would I be doing that? Would I be doing a, you know, when you, they don't work for you, but you give them that little statement at the end of the year? I can't
The
think of what it's called.
1099, yeah.
Yes, is that what I would be doing? I would be asking them to come on, or do I pay them?
You see, and here's the thing, you can do both. This is going to be, this is definitely, oh my goodness, this is a great question, because you can do both. Because as I was thinking about it, depending on how big you go, right? So say you get 200 attorneys paying you $25 a month. Somebody quick in math, how much is that? Give it to me. 200 times 25. So 2 times 25 is 50. And I've got 2 zeros. So is that $5 a month? Is that right? 200 times 25?
Yes.
Okay, so that's $5 a month, right? So to your point, Regina, if you really wanted to make sure you have coverage weekly, you could put somebody on a retainer as an employee. And the model I was thinking of with that would be like a wait staff or a server at a restaurant. You know how they're paid at a minimum, a certain amount every, per hour, just to cover the basics, right? So you could structure something like that where they could make sure that they were getting minimum wage or whatever it is, because that's the employee model. You have $5 coming in guaranteed every month. So even if you needed that one person that you could depend on every week, and the only way you're going to get somebody to block off their schedule for you is if you give them a little honey, right? Nobody's going to block their schedule off unless you give them a little honey. Even if that honey is $200 a week, that's $800 a week out of your $5,000. That's not going to bother you, right? So that right there, and that person in your relationship or your agreement would have to be spelled out in writing of what you get in exchange for that 200. That 200 a week may mean that, hey, I'm going to pay you a retainer 200 a week, but I expect that if I call you with at least a 2-hour notice, that you would be available to conduct a signing within this predefined geographic area that you and I are going to agree on.
Okay.
So that's the employee model. Now, if you wanted to do the 1099 model, you could just it's kind of more of a fly by the seat of your pants thing. You've got the same, let's say 200 people paying you $25 a month. You got a guaranteed 5,000 coming in. And if you just have 2 or 3 other people on your Square appointments, you definitely want to invest in an appointment type of a software. Get your 1099 contracts done, get everybody on Square, and have in that contract, they tell you their availability. You put it into your appointment. And that way, when your subscribers, your attorneys need somebody, they can go pick from the people you've already got in the calendaring system that you're going to use. And that's 1099. They just, if they get called, if they get picked and scheduled, they get a notification, they go do the signing, and you guys will already have some kind of prearranged compensation for that.
Okay, great. And this is being recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I was trying to speed right. The last thing, you went over a couple of trainings, and I had a quick question. I said, do we need 2 domains from GoDaddy, one for the website and one for boosting the funnel on the Facebook page?
Yes. Okay. So Regina's been doing her homework. Okay. So when it comes to websites, you guys, are places where people go to get information about you. It's not a place where people are going to go and spend money with you. Right now, we all need money. We don't need you to go to our website and look at it and peruse it and whatnot. We need you to spend money. We need you to schedule an appointment with us. So what Regina was talking about is a domain name. Usually we go get one for our website. Mine is www.completesignings.com. Okay, cool. Well, when people go to my website, they can schedule an appointment, but it's kind of like, I got to push people to even know about the website to begin with, right? So that requires money. Well, instead of doing that, I've decided to follow this guy. His name is Russell Brunson. I'll put his name in the chat. Hold on just a second. I'll put his name in the chat. Russell Brunson. And so many of you guys have heard me since Memorial Day mention him for the last, I don't know, 3 weeks. I got my hair colored 3 weeks ago, right? And me trying to figure out ClickFunnels has got this little gray. This is how difficult this ClickFunnels is, okay? Ladies that color your hair semi-permanent, you understand that that is not supposed to happen that quick. I'm supposed to have a couple more weeks of this semi-permanent in here. But because I have been trying to teach myself ClickFunnels, this little patch of gray has popped. So when I tell you ClickFunnels is not easy.
No, they're not.
It is not. But ClickFunnels is the replacement of the website. So to Regina's point, you want a website with one domain, and you want another domain that will be the target that people go and get into your ClickFunnels. And for those of you who are not familiar with what a ClickFunnels is, it's a sales funnel. We've all been in one. Raise your hand if you downloaded a free something or attended a free registration or gone to a free class and you had to give your email. We've all been ClickFunnels. We just didn't know it. What we are about to do is we're about to change the game, and we're about to apply ClickFunnels to the notary space because absolutely nobody is doing it. The marketing that everyone's talking about doing for the notary space is signing up with as many signing services as you can, doing as good a job for those signing services as you can or for those clients in hopes that you get some direct business, going direct, marketing to title companies, marketing to attorneys. Well, the thing about it is you have to have a reason for them to want to do business with you. You have to solve a problem that they're having. And with the ClickFunnels, the sales funnel, you bring them in by giving them something free. For me, I think the freebie needs to be your list of the top 10 notaries that you know of in your area. Sounds counterproductive. Why would I give an attorney who I'm trying to do business with a list of 9 other notaries? Why would I do that? Anybody?
To let them know that you have, if you're unable to do it, you have a backup. You have a team of notaries.
That's correct. It's selfless in the fact that, yeah, they might end up calling someone else off of this list versus calling me, but what did I get in exchange for giving him that free list?
A lead.
His email.
A lead. Who said it? Who said it?
I heard a man. I think
Ed
it was
Wise
Eddie.
from Likewise.
Ed Wise from Likewise hit it nail on the head. You got a lead. He had to, or she had to provide their email in your sales funnel to get that download. Now that they're in your download, what ClickFunnels will allow you to do is it'll allow you to offer them something. So the ClickFunnels that I'm building right now, I have a free training, right, that I'm going to be giving. I've already taught it. So it's going to be a replay, and it's going to teach people how to do their pricing in the notary space, how to go in and figure out your pricing. There's a calculator, and it's an hour long, and it's free. Well, you're going to have to give me your email in order to get that training. Once you give me your email, then what I'm going to do is it's going to automatically on my sales funnel ask you, hey, I've got Google Ads, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, all these other classes, and I'm going to list the value of all those classes, and then make them an offer of joining Notary Nerd University for $37 a month. So it starts with something free. Then you, on that second step, if they want to stick around and you have something else of value to offer them, that's where the sales funnel automates the process for you. You don't have to go send them an email. As soon as they hit that download or they finish taking that training, the button is right there. They're seeing what all they're going to get, and they either sign up or they don't. For the notary funnel, okay, for the attorney funnel, it'll look like that free list of notaries. And then it'll go into, look, I will do this, 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 and this. And the first thing you're going to do is be available for their mobile after hours signings. That's the first thing you're going to list. Value, you put a value there. That's called a stack. You have to tell the person psychologically, this is worth something, right? So you being their exclusive mobile notary between the hours of 5 and 10. You see what I'm saying? Monday through Friday. You set it up how you want it. This is key, guys. Don't do this 24-hour shit, okay? Ain't nobody working 24 hours, 7 days a week, okay? Set up a business operation set of hours. And then you list that thing. And then your other thing, if you're Ron, you're going to tell them, I can help you with your clients outside of the country or clients who don't want to come into the office because I'm Ron. I'm a Ron notary. That's the second thing you would list in your stack. Put a value to that. And you kind of hype yourself up with all of the things that you're offering to this attorney, and everything you're offering is solving a problem for them. They need mobile notaries after hours. They don't need to notarize all of their own things, and they do need those remote online situations. Now, if you aren't a Ron notary, it doesn't matter because you can still offer this to them because you need to come up with your list of Ron notaries that you can refer stuff to. You see, it's all about your networking, right? It's all about you networking and making sure that you have those people that you know that you could depend on, or that who would be just as motivated as you to get out and do a great job for the attorney. Okay, Roxana is here. It's time to get started with the drawing, everybody.
All right,
okay,
guys.
Roxana.
I've been shaking it about 5 minutes every hour.
Okay.
Sure that we
Great job,
got
Roxana.
everybody in here, okay? There's about a little bit over 300 people in there. So that's for everybody. It's not fixed, okay? Got my witness here.
Is your assistant gonna be the one who draws the names?
We can. She's
Okay.
actually the one who was gonna write everything down for me. But
I forgot. Yeah, never mind. You don't listen to me because I was gonna say, how are we gonna remember all this? So
I got you. I got you.
Are we ready, you guys? Y'all ready for the first one?
All right. I'm so happy you guys are all here. Sorry I was late to the party.
I'm ready.
Ready. First one.
We're getting grabbed from the top. Let's see who it is.
Okay.
It's me.
I know, right?
All right. So one of the problems that I was having is that some of y'all put your email as your name, and some of y'all didn't even put your email. Some of y'all didn't put your names. I'm sorry. Winner number one.
Shayna C. Prince.
I believe so. Shayna C. Prince at gmail.com.
Shayna C. Prince at gmail.com. Are you here, Shayna C. Prince? And we didn't necessarily have a requirement that you had to be present to win. So I'm gonna make sure she gets her prize. Shayna, are you on the call? I don't think she's on here. Okay. Well, she got the first gift. She got the 32 gigs of external storage. Hopefully it comes in handy for her business. Let's see who gets the other one.
All right. Number two. What's the number two?
Number 2.
All right. Going in deep, y'all.
Going in deep.
Shaq, I'm Little Notary.
Who is it? Shakim Little Notary. Shakim Little Notary, are you on the call? Nope, we got another not here, but just one. 32 gigs of external storage. So we'll be emailing some folks. All right, let's go. We got $50 gift card coming up next. And she's shaking it and she's baking it. And she's shaking it and she's baking it.
I'm shaking. Oh.
$50.
Rachel was to 2015.
Who is it? Rachel was. Where is y'all coming up with these names from is what I want to know.
This is her email. Rachel was 2015 at gmail.com.
Rachel, you got a gift card coming your way. When you're watching this back, hopefully you see this. Let's see, is Rachel on the call? Nope. We got to get somebody that's on the call to win. Come on. Let's see if we can find somebody on the call, even though it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
So Rachel, who was 2015, this is coming your way. All right, number 4, $50 gift card.
Check them up. It's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse.
Oh no, what's this name? What? Who is that?
I don't know. If
It
this
doesn't
is
have anything
you,
else?
What the?
that's what I'm saying.
Oh, CH8732 LLC at G. Well, whoever you are, we're gonna email you and you get a gift card. Okay. All right. So that's it for those 4. All right. That's it for those 4. Those are accounted for. And if for some reason they don't claim them, what we'll do is we'll put them back in the hunt, honey. We can do that. All right, here we go. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. Hey, big money, big money. This is the first of the mobile scanners. And she's reaching down, rolling in the deep, Adele style.
Notary near me, Virginia.
Notary near me, Virginia.
Y'all
Isn't that-
killing me.
Who?
So that's the name. Notary near me, Virginia. And the email is notarynearmevirginia@gmail.com.
Anybody on the call claiming that email? Well, she just won or he just won a mobile scanner. Whoop, whoop. Okay. It's time for the big boy, the ES300.
Miss Sheila, you had to be a member of Notary Nerds University and have followed all our social media pages. If you're already on that, we got you in here.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, I'm a single.
The ES300W, the Big Mac Daddy mobile scanner. You'll be able to scan from basically anywhere, getting scanned back there on time without having to get all the way back to the office.
All right, here we go.
W Booker 80. What's the email?
wbooker80@gmail.com.
wbooker80@gmail.com. You won the Big Mac Daddy W Booker. W Booker, I hope you're excited. I can't wait to email you and let you know about your win. All right, and so now we're on to the big chairs. Let's do the first chair. And Roxana's shaking it up.
Oh, I'm telling you, I shook it 5 minutes, almost like every hour, just to make sure. All right.
This is for a Jaxby mid-back chair, folks. This mid-back chair right here, this is one of 2. This one is going to whoever Roxana's got in her hand.
It is Special Peg 5.
Special Peg 5.
Special Peg 5 at yahoo.com.
At yahoo.com. I know one thing. We need to work on our professional emails.
For sure.
Okay, last one, another chair. Let's see who's got it, and then we'll get on to our chats.
All right.
Final one, drum roll.
All right. Last chair goes to Twinks 630.
Who?
You should have seen when I
These
was putting
names.
these papers together,
Wow.
y'all. When I was
These
putting
emails
these papers
are
together,
horrible.
You have to be,
Professional.
you have to be present to win, okay?
Next time, I'm gonna make it a
Please,
rule.
next time you must be present to win.
Next
Please.
time, must be present to win, because that was uneventful. I was wanting somebody to be happy and be like,
wondering
And
if
you
we
must have a
should
professional email.
we should
Are
do
these
either
Instagram handles?
present to win,
Cynthia, no,
or
babe.
you got 48 hours to let us know you won kind of situation, you
We'll
know?
put that's what we'll put in the email. We'll send them an email and then we'll let them know they have 48 hours to claim. If they don't claim, it'll go back in the rotation. And to answer your question, Cynthia, those are their emails. Can you believe
Yes.
it?
Well, this is their emails and the names that they set up as user ID. So instead of me putting my name Roxana Velasquez, I would put Twink 630.
Jesus, keep it in the
6:30.
cross.
When I use it, or check.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's it. So we'll put a little disclaimer on the email we send out. Maybe some of these will get routed back in. We'll probably do this once a month. I like this. I like doing giveaways. I want you all to stay engaged so that you have, I want you to have something to look forward to. But I don't want you to get stuck in the situation of just constantly taking classes and not really knowing where you're headed. So Roxana, thank you so much.
Bye, guys.
Probably don't want to stay for the rest of this, but thank you for helping us with the drawing and your beautiful assistant.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We're gonna cut up this watermelon. Y'all want to come
Ooh,
over for some watermelon?
Why did
We're
you
gonna
show me
cut that
that?
up.
Oh, that looks good. All right, girl. Have a good evening.
All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye. All right, let's get it started. Let's get a line started. I have some quick business I want to go over with you guys, and it has to do with what I was just talking about, right? So a lot of people are taking lots of classes at Notary Nerds, but there's a lot of overwhelm, and there's a lot of where do I go? What I need some kind of a structure. So the week of July the 5th through the 9th is going to be like our summer break, okay? During that break, you guys are going to get an email, and you're going to need to declare your major. Do you hear what I'm saying? Okay. If you're engaging in Notary Nerd trying to figure out how to help your business now, we've been at this about like 6 months now. And some of you guys have been around with us for that entire time. Some of you guys have been around just for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Well, now, next week, everybody has to pick a major, declare a major. This is like a university, right? So we're going to declare a major. Initially, I was going to let you declare like a double major and a double minor, but I know notaries too well. And y'all will take full advantage of it. So it'll still be too much. So you get to declare one major and one minor. Okay. So your major may be Ron and notary permit runner. Your major may be apostille and Ron. Your major may be loan signings and wills. You see what I'm saying? You're going to declare a major and a minor. And what that declaration is going to do is it's going to get you focused on those two topics that you are already naturally subscribed to, right? That you have a natural affinity to. Those two, that major and that minor, are going to become your departments. So you know how at Walmart you have the housewares department, and you have the electronics department, and you have the grocery department. Well, at your LLC, you're going to have departments, and your first two departments are going to be the major and the minor that you choose. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that? So this is going to happen next week. There's a form that's going to be provided to you in this email, and you're going to have to pick a major, and you're going to have to pick a minor. Once you pick that major and minor, that's what you focus on. Yes, the other classes are going to be available to you still, but you want to focus on developing your click funnel for those two departments. That's where we're headed. We're not going to spin around and keep learning about those two things for months and months and months. You declare your major, and that declaration means these are the two that I'm going to be building my click funnels around. These are the two that I'm going to go get 2 more domains for whatever my major is, one for that, and then one for my minor. Then I'm going to be developing click funnels, because all that matters is leads. You're a business, and you cannot make money without leads. So the first step is the focus. The second step after focusing is to structure your marketing, because now that you've got the major and the minor, now you can kind of better identify your target audience. Now you're not all over the place. And it's okay to want to help everyone, but it's not okay to say, everybody's my customer, because everybody really isn't your customer. You want to focus on those niches that need your help, and you do the best job for that little group that you possibly can. Okay. Let's see here. So any questions? Let me hear them. One major, one minor. I was going to let y'all do double major and double. We would have still been in the same, but it would have been too much. So you get to declare one. These are your departments. And for those of you who haven't finished Notary Business 101, 102, and 103, you should have your business. You should have your structure. Either you're a sole proprietor or you're an LLC, right? You've decided that already. You've got a bank account. You got an EIN. So I'm expecting that everybody on this call basically either has gotten that kind of started or is aware that they need to get it started.
Yeah, get that.
Okay, because you cannot have a department in a business if you don't have that foundation laid of the business itself. Okay, so let me just kind of pick on a couple of people real quick to see what you're thinking of as your major. Sheila Forbes, what are you thinking of?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I was still, I was so excited at first about Alabama being able to do the runs, but I found out that it's not really run, it's RIN, which is the remote ink notarizations. So I gotta find a way around that because my major was like the general notary work with the attorneys. Like that was what I wanted to do at first because I could reach more with the run. But until that's done, I'm gonna have to shift. I was very interested in the Apple Steel.
Okay.
So I still want to do that as my major and then do the loan signings as my minor.
Nice. Tamika Gray, what about you? What would you pick if you had to pick a major right now? And what would you pick if you had to pick a minor?
I'm thinking direct contracts for my major and marketing to attorneys for my minor.
Nice. Wayne, what are you pondering? What are you thinking about?
Hey there, yeah. I'm thinking about Ron as my major and general notary work as my minor.
Very good. Very good. Cynthia, what about you? Lipsy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. General notary work and work of, no, I'm sorry.
What was
General
the
notary
last part?
work and wills and trusts.
I couldn't make it out. Did y'all hear what she said? What's the last part you said, Cynthia?
I said general notary work and wills and trusts.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Very good. Anastasia Washington.
General notary work and Ron as my minor.
Nice. Shay Keys. Daphne Carter. Mark.
The major, for the major, it would be the Ron, and for the minor, general notary work.
Nice. Narisa.
Hello. Remote loan closings for major and for minor. I like the government contracting assistant with setting up their government contract.
Nice. Keena Strong. Signature required. Love that.
Thank you. I'm thinking code loans for my major, and my minor, I'm thinking learning how to do ClickFunnels for general notary work, for family planning or wills trust, but do it for direct payment instead of subscription based.
Ooh, I love it. Come through outside the box. You guys, I love that because this is where things are going to start to get really, really interesting to see where you guys take this and develop it into your own little secret sauce, right? Because you guys are going to start to get familiar with ClickFunnels. You're going to identify your audience. The key is you have to know who your target audience is, and you have to have a really good understanding of what is hurting them right now, because you are going to come in and you're going to save the day, okay? And you can't just tell them that you've got an NNA certification and you've got $1 million worth of E&O and that you've done 250 signs. That doesn't solve their problem. What they want to hear is, I can be there for you after hours when your staff is gone, if you got one. If you don't have a staff, then treat me as that pseudo person that you can call upon. That's what they want to hear, because you're going to be talking to something that they're experiencing. And a lot of times it's preventing them from being able to grow their business. So I am going to shut up and I am going to open the floor to others who want to share with us tonight. Is there anybody else on the call that wants to talk about anything? Just raise your hand. We'll start a line just so we don't have people talking over one another. Or let's see here. If there's anybody in the chat. Okay, Dorothy told her she's in listen. Oh, real quick. Zara, go ahead, Zara. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Hi, this is Ava.
Hey, you look cute showing your little shoulders and stuff. I see you over there.
I feel like if y'all needed me to dance tonight, this was more appropriate.
Okay.
Okay.
No, but seriously, so for the event that's happening here shortly, did you give an announcement for everything? Because I still haven't received an email.
Yes, it's
We
already.
send emails out all the time. You haven't gotten any of them?
No, I mean, I've gotten scattered, but I need to know, like, where's the hotel? How do I reserve my room? What is the block code number?
NotaryNerdsUniversity.com. Click on mock loan signing event and all the deets are right there.
Oh, okay. Let me do that now. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, you won't get room booking information until you confirm. So the booking link is a part of, you'll get an automated email with all of the details, all the addresses, all the phone numbers, all the links, all the stuff.
What do you mean once I confirm? You mean once I make my payment of the one?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah.
super. Thank you, Miss Brittany, for putting that in there. Thank you. All right, thank y'all.
Thank you, Zara. Eddie, wise like wise.
Hey. Say, I gotta bounce in a couple moments. I got a phone call I need to go on. But what I wanted to say that when you was talking about the majors and the minors, I'm just actually getting in with the whole Notary Nerds clique and everything like that. And I like the feel there. If I was to declare a major, I would say that my major would have to be remote online notary. But apostilles is really like reaching out to me right now as a minor. So that would be the path that I go. I would love to stay on for the rest of the call, but I gotta take this phone call.
Well, I'm just glad you popped in for the little time that you did. So we thank you for joining us. Have a good call, whatever it is.
Hey, I'll be back.
Okay. All right. L. Lockett in the house. The floor is yours, my friend.
Yes, thank you, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Let's see. My major is going to be apostille, and I'm working on my French. Oui.
I like that. Oui.
and I guess my minor would be loan signing.
Okay. Nice. So those are your two departments. Okay.
Yes. And I'm registered for the mock signing training.
Yes. So how did that work? So when you did it, did the email come like instantly with all the details, or did it take a couple of minutes?
I think it took a couple of minutes.
Okay.
But I have a question though. I was the one that was asking about the book club. I couldn't find you guys, and you came on, and you just emailed me later saying that you're looking for a parliamentarian and all that.
Yes. Okay. So what's happening with the book club is we voted last Saturday. We are reading this book called Robert's Rules of Order. And for those of you guys who are new to the Notary Meet and Greet call, we have a lot going on here at Notary Nerds. Not everything costs money. This call is one of those things we do every Wednesday night for whoever wants to join. And then on Saturday mornings, we pick a book and we read it. And we've read Notary Best Practices by Professor Michael Closen. We have read Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. We've read How to Supercharge Your Notary Business with LinkedIn by Bill Soroka and Sandra Long. And this is our fourth book, Robert's Rules of Order, 12th edition. Now, the challenge with Robert's Rules of Order is that it is a very much so reference technical book, and it involves a lot of procedures. And so what we did is we decided last Saturday, we voted to wait until we have a certified parliamentarian to join us on our Saturday morning call before we keep trying to do this on our own. And in place of this on Saturday, we're not going to discuss this on Saturday. Instead, we decided, because a lot of us need help with this mindset shift, we're going to be reading Who Moved My Cheese.
I'm going to order that then and get it. Okay, I'll do that with y'all.
Yeah, it's super easy. You probably can find it and get it in the library faster than you could unless Prime delivers it tomorrow, because we're reading the whole book on Saturday. Like, we're discussing the entire book on Saturday. It's like a 2-hour read, if that, right?
Oh, I'll get it. So can I get it on audio or what?
Yeah, you could probably get it on audio or something, but this is definitely a mindset shift book, a real quick, easy read. So this will be our topic of conversation on this Saturday. And then we have 2 Saturdays where we're going to be taking a break. So let's talk about that. July the 10th is the day after my birthday. So next Friday is my birthday. That's why summer break is all next week. Summer break is the 5th through the 9th. If you guys don't know, I started Notary Nerds on January the 1st and have not stopped for about 7 months. And so I decided to take my birthday week and just kind of chill out, right? From not having to deal with classes or anything like that. So, and that gives you guys the time to declare your major and get caught up on some of the stuff that you've been trying to get caught up on without constantly being distracted with something new in your face. So the 10th is going to be, there's a Saturday we're not going to do book club because I'm not going to be here. And the 17th, my cousin Kinston is getting married. So we're going to pick back up on the 24th. But when we do that, we're starting Rich Dad Poor Dad. So that gives you 2 weeks to be able to order Rich Dad Poor Dad if you have not yet, if you don't have it in your library. That's going to be July the 24th. We're going to start, every time we read a book, we always read. The first assignment is always going to include the introduction. We start at the very beginning. We are nerds, people. We don't start at chapter 1. We start at the beginning of the book where the words are. And then we finish that. And then chapter 1, we get to chapter 1 in chapter 2, we'll probably do through chapter 2 on July the 24th. Introduction, preface through chapter 2 on the 24th. And that will be our discussion from 9 in the morning Central Time to 10 Central Time on July the 24th. Avis, you have a question? Go ahead. Happy birthday, Daphne! Avis, you can go ahead. You can take yourself off mute.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay. I was just going to make a comment about the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. I am 57 years old, and I read that book when I was 20, 21. And it was the preface to my real estate career as far as real estate investing.
Nice.
I've been a real estate investor for a very long time. And then I also wanted to, I really want to applaud you in, if no one else, helping me kind of circle my way around, because there's just so much within Notary Nerds. And as far as majors and minors, I'm still kind of, right now I am working on the last portion. I'm here, so I'm working on the last portion of my business plan to submit with the rest of my paperwork to the city of Austin for my MBE and WBE certifications. So of course, in the whole government contracting thing, I'm thinking maybe that will be my major, because by profession, I am a certified commercial and federal contracts manager.
Oh Lord, wait a minute, David. You can't even say that kind of stuff in here.
We got the gym
Hello,
in the class.
hello, hello.
Right, you
Hello,
can't just
Miss
kind of
Avis.
right. You can't say that kind of stuff in Notary meet and greet and get away with it. Okay?
Not in Notary Nerds. We're
Hold
nerds. We
up,
love to hear
Avis.
stuff
Hold
like that.
up a minute. Hold up.
Well, I've been kind of off the whole contract management thing.
We can't hear you.
Focus, especially being back here in Texas. My husband and I, we own several Airbnbs. So I've been in that particular motion, but I still get to use my contract management skills because we contract with the federal government. We're here in the Fort Hood area, so we contract with Fort Hood. We also contract with different insurance companies and things of that nature when people are dislocated due to fires and floods and other things of that nature. So that's kind of been my thing. And I'm thinking that for my minor, because I'm thinking remote online notary. But again, because Texas, from what I understand, is not ready to do the remote loan closings. That's the only thing that I'm really interested in doing remotely. I don't want to necessarily be like in a call center type environment and waiting for things to come at me. I don't work well like that. And I'm also a certified paralegal. So with that being said, of course, and I constantly market to attorneys anyway. So I'm just trying to weed through because there's so much, and it's very easy to get. I have stacks everywhere. I have an apple steel stack. You know, I have something else over here stacked. I think for everything that you have, basically, I have a stack going on, and it's about to just take over. So I just wanted to thank you for kind of forcing us to just kind of hone in on a major and a minor and really concentrate on that, you know what I'm saying? And let us be the best people at that. And then after a while, slowly but surely add on other things, because I know for me, you know, I just want to do everything and I can't. So this will help me to focus in 2 specific areas, and that's going to be it for a couple of months.
That's correct. And then when those start generating revenue, and only when those start generating revenue do we turn and pivot to something else. So love that. Thank you for that confirmation, Avis. I really appreciate that. You have got the skill set that would make a ClickFunnels look dangerous, because you can talk about who you are and where you're from as far as that background is concerned. And somebody would be a fool, a truck driver funnel. I think of a truck driver funnel for you. Matter of fact, I saw an opportunity. The federal government is in need of refrigerated trailers. They're called reefers. And if I could find somebody that has one, there's several bases that will pay. There's a multi-million-dollar contract for somebody to let the federal government use their refrigerated truck. So all you have to do is have a good credit to be able to go buy a refrigerated
truck. To go buy a truck.
You have yourself registered with the government with the proper NAICS code. It's not just about notary work, folks. The notary work is the beginning of it, or it's the foundation while we are all here. However, when it comes to government contracting, a lot of us have our toes and our feet and our feet and our expertise in other industry classifications. So we don't want to limit ourselves by just focusing on just the notary NAICS code. There aren't as many per se notary contracts as there are, let's say, fingerprinting.
That is correct.
And some
that
other
is correct. So, that is correct.
Speaking of which, okay, so back on to the major and the minor. So that's next week. Everybody's declaring a major and a minor. Jersey James and I had a call last week, and I think he's on the call. James, are you on the call?
I'm here. Hello, everybody.
Hey, okay, so why don't you tell them a little bit about our call from last week? Because I was going to kind of tell them a little bit about kind of the direction, you know, how we talked about the major, and then kind of how I want to basically help you guys create your own deal. I don't know if you remember. I might need to go over it.
So I think what you were talking about was that breaking up the university in a freshman, sophomore type situation.
Yes, I've been.
Once you actually achieve a freshman level, having courses that would actually go into the next level of your business. And what we talked about was business financing, business loans, business credit, business banking, along that situation. So that was the conversation. What we took away from the conversation is that these upper level classes will actually help tie everything together that we've been learning the past 7 months that she's put together through Notary Nerds. So that's where we're at. And my contact is excited to be joining us. So we're just waiting for the next steps from that, and then we'll start hopefully creating some additional more advanced courses with that.
Nice. Yes. Okay. So, and that's on me. I'm going to get that email and contract and all that stuff out to you guys. So for those of you guys who don't know, James, can you tell them a little bit about your background?
So my background actually is retail, which then transpired into retail operations, which translated into banking operations. I think most of the stuff I learned everything baptism by fire. If anybody knows that term, banking 101. I just started out on the floor, started out working with money, but the operations piece is my thing. It's finding solutions to problems with a strict set of rules. There's policies and procedures, and there's stuff that can be bent to the will of the customer to help solve their problems, or there's solid type situations where you can't go around that because it's a regulatory thing. So it's working within the confines and using what I have come up with throughout my career is making sure you understand what's written in black and white, don't deviate from it, but understand the soft side of that is there might be a way around that. So my brain thinks like, I always say I have to think like a computer. I kind of look at things in advance and knowing what's going to happen in the future or what we're going to have. If we're looking at a problem today, what's the repercussions going to be 5-10 business days from now? That was my niche. So when we actually talk about that, banking operations affects all of us.
I love the fact that you're very complex and you're an advanced thinker. I think that that's going to really help. But I think the beautiful part that's going to help the most people on here is just that being able to understand business banking, like from a very foundational level, stuff that you probably think of, James, and don't even, it's probably like, to you, it's probably like, you know, just basic elementary stuff because you are in that operation space mentally. But what we were wanting is to have that, you know, basic business 101, getting your business account open, the things that they need to know when it comes to establishing a good, healthy relationship at a bank so that they can grow their business.
Absolutely.
And then your colleague, I think, is on the more commercial side of things, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
But,
awesome.
Yeah, but on the commercial end of things for many, many years. So he's definitely got tons of contacts, tons of wealth of knowledge in there. We briefly just chit-chatted about it. He thinks he's pretty sure he has an accountant that maybe could be interested in doing something with us, nice. As well as an SBA contact as well. So we'll see where.
Just with James has these, like, his network is like crazy. And so just as we were talking about, you guys have been at Notary Nerds University. Next week, you're going to declare a major and a minor. Those that declare a major and a minor are going to test in their major and their minor, right? In order to be able to get to this business level training that's going to involve the content that James is going to teach, his commercial colleague, the SBA person. So now you have a reason to pee and get off the pot, right? So now you have a reason to pee. All of the pricing still stays the same. No, the pricing isn't changing. What's changing is it's not just we're floating anymore. We're not just going to get on the raft and just float around the pool and let the tide kind of take us up. Here comes another class and we'll swing over to this side of the pool. No, we're going to be paddling towards one side of that pool, and that one side is going to be your major. And we're going to be paddling to the other side of the pool and with intention, straight line. And that other side is going to be your minor. Once you've declared your major and your minor, you will be assessed in that major and that minor, and then you'll be able to go on to these next sophomore level classes. So we're developing a structure slowly.
Thank you. The structure, I needed this. I've been asking for this forever, y'all. Thank y'all.
Yes, we are finally developing a structure so that you have some type of a journey to go on and stop just floating around and not really, you know, being able to focus on one thing or not knowing which thing to focus on. So that's what we have in the works. So this is all coming up in the fall. This is starting next week when you declare your major and you declare your minor. And once you declare it, you got to stick with it. Okay, that's the thing. So we're not going to be doing a whole bunch of changing, or if you do change, it may set you back from being able to access those business classes, right? So it's going to be up to you whether or not you do a lot of changing. I'm going to make it where if you do change, you can, but I'm going to make it where you'll have to wait you'll have to wait on the next round of business classes to come in. So that's why it's going to be so important for you to be very, very, very intent about your major and very intent about your minor next week. Okay.
So you're going to take us on the Notary Nerds road to 6 figures from fall to
Girl, we call them the business in a box, honey. And let me explain what business in a box is. And see, James and I touched on this a little bit. Once you've got all of that in place, all the stuff, right? Then it's going to be time for you to make some money. Okay. I like to make money. We need to be making money. Okay. The way you're going to make money is by setting up a sales funnel that attracts that target audience to you. So now this is going to be one of those situations where when you graduated from Notary Nerds, you've got all the business courses, you've got your major, you've already done your undergrad, your freshman stuff. Now it's time to graduate from Notary Nerds. You can't just stay at Notary Nerds University all day, right? For your whole life. You got to leave, okay? At some point, you got to leave and you got to go build this thing that you learned about. Here is what I want for every Notary Nerds University member. I want you to start to think of yourself as the true CEO of your enterprise, and that every department you have, you will hire somebody to run.
That's big.
Right there.
I repeat.
That's great.
I am considered Notary Nerds University as a train the trainer. You are the trainees. You are going to learn what you need to learn here so that you can hire the permit runner. You can hire the wills notary. You can hire the apostille notary, okay? Whatever your major is, you're looking at it as I am the CEO. This major is department 1. This minor is department 2. You may end up with 5 or 6 departments at your organization. Walmart has several departments, right? So your business can have several departments as well, but we're not going to start out wide. We're going to start out lean with the first 2. But what I want you to start to think of is in terms of your growth here at Notary Nerds, this is where you are getting trained, because guess what? You guys are getting stuff that others aren't getting. So when you go into your market, now you're the expert in all of these things. So now you can, in effect, establish your own recruiting system in your city. All you need to do is have a place where people can go. You want to constantly be recruiting. I'm always recruiting. You can never stop recruiting. You've got to constantly be recruiting. But what you're doing is you're feeding people through your hiring funnel, or whatever you want to call it. People who you've talked about notary, doing notary work to, you sent them down to the county clerk. They've got their notary application in, and they're just sitting at your feet waiting. What do I do next? Then you turn around and you provide them with some information that you got from where? Notary Nerds University.
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to pray for me now. Because I have a terrible time relinquishing control. I have a terrible time relinquishing control because my company, my business is me. And so and my husband and I, we have had many, many talks about this, and I know I'm going to have to work on it. So with that, in hiring others, then I still have to take the time to kind of go behind them before the finished product goes out. I have issues.
Well,
I need y'all to pray for me.
That was honest. And you know what? A lot of us struggle with that. And Yvonne, thank you for your patience. We're coming to you next. A lot of us struggle with that. And that's called founder's syndrome. And founder's syndrome can stifle your growth. Because if you don't get people to help you, then you won't be able to expand. But I understand where you're coming from, because you want the quality of work that you would do to be reflected in the other people. And the way you do that is by training them. That's one thing I'm learning just from Notary Nerds. I hired my son first. And the reason I hired my son first was because the last time I hired somebody was in 2006, 2007. And it was for my real estate brokerage. And it was my best friend. And she came down, I paid her a $1,500 bonus to come from Clarksville. She was working for me. She was very overwhelmed. She wasn't letting me know, but I realized that she was on the computer all day looking for jobs. And that was my homegirl. So I had to fire my homegirl, right? And so then I said, okay, let me do it different this time. Let me not hire somebody I know. Well, I put an ad out for people who are good at real estate assisting. Got this lady, her name was Denise. My middle name was Denise. I thought it was a sign from God, okay? why did this girl paint my whole office burgundy one weekend without asking for permission? Okay. Why did I want to fight her on a Saturday afternoon in the street? Okay. Because she wouldn't have gone in Crylight. She wouldn't have gone in Coldwell Banker Barnes. She wouldn't have gone in any of those other real estate establishments and painted their walls, but she painted my walls because she thought that she could. Okay.
Wow.
So she got fired. So I know how to fire people. Okay. That's one thing I got really good at. But what happened is I got scared. Because after I fired her, I had to take 3 weeks of my life fighting her unemployment, writing narratives and providing documentation and da-da-da-da-da. That was 2007, 2008, whatever. So I went until this year, I hadn't hired another soul. And the first soul I hired was my child, because I was still gun shy. So Avis, I know exactly what you're talking about. But what I can tell you is once I hired Elijah, I knew he had a lot going on. So I knew I was going to have to hire someone else. Well, that's when Rachel came in and something happened. All of a sudden, stuff started getting done. Things started being on time. I had less customer service. Monica, where is the recording? When is it going to be uploaded? Then Roxana. So when I tell you that even though it might be scary to let go of the control, I could not deliver to you guys every week without having some help. You could do so much business if you had people under your tutelage. Now, I have to learn, you have to learn, we all have to learn how to manage people. It's a very unique skill. With your child, you can snatch them up, okay? But I can't snatch up Rachel and Roxana, okay? Only person I can snatch up is Elijah, okay? But you can't snatch up your employees. And they can't read your mind. I thought they understood what I wanted. Well, I didn't tell them what to do, so that's why they didn't do it. So we have to become good managers, making checklists, which is why it's important for those of you who are picking your major and your minor. You got to go do this work. If you claim an apostille, you got to go do some apostille. Because when you're doing the apostille, you're taking and writing down everything you're doing. Step 1, I called the client. Step 2, this is what I said. Step 3, so on and so on. Your work is going to become
your SOP.
Operating procedure.
Correct. Yes, ma'am.
I was just going to say the same thing. The SOP,
Yeah.
and maybe an
SOP.
advanced class could be on SOP drafting.
We
and
should
outlining.
do one. Absolutely.
So you're developing your SOP as you are doing the work. So don't think of yourself as going out to do the work, to get the fee, to make the money, do the work, to get the fee, to make the money, No, you're on a covert mission. You're doing the work to develop your process so that you will have a checklist, so you will have a fail-proof process so you can hand it off to somebody else and grow your business. Now you can have somebody else doing it, and if they miss something on the checklist, guess what? There may be a consequence for that. Maybe they don't get paid. So they're going to make sure that checklist is as it should be. Yes, Yvonne, thank you for your patience.
No, that's fine. I was listening. I'm not really sure. I don't know if maybe I missed that Zoom about the major and the minor.
Okay, yeah. It's just something that we are talking about for the first time here. But basically, for the last several weeks, I've been hearing a lot of feedback with people being very overwhelmed. Like, I don't know where to begin or what to do. And so it was based on all of that feedback that I said, we need to kind of get some type of, and Zara has been asking for this since November of last year. So she's really ready. But it's taken some time to be able to see what that structure needed to look like, you know? And so what it looks like is you picking a major out of all the classes at Notary Nerd University. You pick one that will be your focus. That'll be your major. Then you will pick one that will be your minor, okay? You're gonna get to make that official declaration next week during summer break. You'll get an email and it will give you a form and you'll declare your major and you will declare your minor. Now, those are your future departments at your LLC. So those major and minor of yours, you have to go physically do the work. How are you going to get the work? You're going to take the ClickFunnels class and you're going to start watching ClickFunnels videos and you're going to figure ClickFunnels out, or you're going to take $200 or $300 and find somebody on Fiverr to make you one. Okay. And ClickFunnels is the sales funnel. Because if you decided, let's just say, Yvonne, that you were going to do, so what major are you considering Yvonne?
Well, the 3 areas I was looking at was apostille, loan signing, and general notary work.
Okay, so let's pick loan signings because it's easy for me to find a target audience for loan signings. Okay. So let's just say loan signings. So you would create a funnel, which means you have to go get another domain, and it would be not your business domain. It's just the domain specifically to get people to this sales funnel, this click funnel. So maybe it would be called, what city are you in, Yvonne?
Miami.
So maybe it would be called MiamiNotaryAtNight.com or MiamiMobileNotary.com or something that's completely different from your business's domain. It doesn't have to match with your business domain. It just has to be catchy, because when people go to this site, which they are going to find from your business Facebook page, because you're going to post it on your business Facebook page, which all of you should have, right? Right? Everybody have their business Facebook page? Okay, good.
Yes, ma'am.
So you're going to post it on your business Facebook page, and you're going to boost that post. How I met a lot of y'all is that way. I went to my business Facebook page and I targeted so I could find y'all. Now, Facebook may not work as well for the title companies. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the
LinkedIn.
You're going to go to the American Land Title Association's website, and you're going to look at that membership directory. Now, not every title company is a member of the American Land Title Association. However, that's okay. They'll get you off to a great start because your target, your major is loan signings. So you're going to take the email sequence, the email marketing sequence that's in that class, and you're going to get your database of those title companies in the zip code that you want to be in, and you're going to start sending emails. Now, whether you send the email or you hire somebody to do it, you're going to have maybe 100 people in your database, okay? Because you got to take the time to make that database established first. Then you're going to decide every Monday or every whatever, once a week, I'm going to take one of these templates and email it. Before you send an email to these people, what must you do? Somebody please tell me. What do you need to do in your email?
Get that professional email, that HubSpot thing.
Signature, correct.
Signature.
I have that.
Okay, good. So you make sure your email signature has been professionalized before you start your email campaign. But you guys, the emails that are at Notary Nerds in the marketing to the title companies class, those are already ready to go. You don't have to just copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. It will be labor intense, because if you got 100 people on your list, it's gonna take you all week to get all those 100 emails out, because you can't send them. You don't want to
mass email.
Correct. Now you might be able to get away with this. Might put them all in the BCC field.
Yeah, the blind copy. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Please make sure that you do it in the blind copy, because your business will be over if you send them all.
Please, BCC.
That's why I'm like, I don't even want y'all to do it if you don't. Make sure you double check. Right. BCC means it's blind carbon copy. That means no one else can see that they got the email. And in the email, the person you send it to would be yourself. Right? So you would just put in the to field, you would put your email, and then all these 100 emails you've gathered from the title company database, you drop all those in the BCC, get that first template, got that nice email signature, you hit send. It's Monday, it took 10 minutes. Boom, done. Next Monday, get the second template. Boom, blind copy everybody, boom, done. And what's gonna start happening is you're gonna start to get calls, because 1 out of every what things happen. Y'all remember me saying this before? Who remembers the number? 1 out of every.
1 out of every 5?
Correct. In sales, every salesperson knows this. If you flip a coin 5 times, at least 1 time it's going to be on heads, right? At least 1 time it's going to be on tails. Out of every 5 occurrences, 1 positive outcome is going to happen. So out of 200 emails, how many responses should you get if that's the case? So you got 200. And so one out of every 5.
Is that 40?
That is
40?
correct.
Yeah.
And out of those 40 responses, how many actually will probably give you a call or do want to do business with you?
About 8.
There you go.
8.
Okay. And out of those 8 that call you, how many will you actually go out on a signing for?
Maybe 3.
3.
1 out of every 5.
Two.
You got 8.
2.
1 out of 2.
1. Oh yeah, 1 out of every. Yeah.
Okay. So you see how it works? Okay. So you don't want to make it where, oh, I'm going to just send a few at a time. No, you don't want to do that. Your numbers need to be higher to give your 1 out of 5 a shot. And your email copy has been written by a professional email editor. He does this for a living. So don't go in there trying to juice it up, and don't go in there and add your certifications, and don't go there and do none of that, okay? Just keep it very simple. And that way, if you're majoring in loan signings, now you have a structure by which to begin your funnel, right? Now, we haven't talked about it, but in that email template, we need to make sure we give them at some point a chance to get in our funnel. So if you guys haven't heard, in the PS, I said that we could probably say something like, please click here to download a list of the top 10 notaries in our area in case I'm not available. And then when they click on that link in your email, it takes them where? To your ClickFunnels, where they get the free download. Now they're in your situation. Okay. And then while they're there, they see, wait a minute, I could be on her VIP. You mean she'll do all my evenings between 5 and 9 p.m. within, you know, to the next county. And not only that, she is available within a 2-hour notice, and I don't have to search around for anybody. And it's only going to cost me $25 a month. That's $150 value. I'm going to sign up for that. That's where your ClickFunnels comes in. Because now that they've downloaded that free list of other notaries, they're sitting there on that ClickFunnels like, wait a minute, you do this, and then you're Ron, or you know some Rons, and I want to be able to be connected with you. But what you're telling them is the only way you get me is $25 a month. Okay? I may or may not do but one signing for you, or I might go do a signing that takes me, 30 minutes to an hour to do, and I'm doing that for free to your client. You're not paying for the notarization. This is the key to this, folks. They are not paying for the notarization. Your money is made on the front end by getting X number of subscribers to cover your mortgage, period. It's a subscriber-based model. This is not I'm going to do a stamp and make $5, $2 model. This is not that. So you're going to have to erase that, because that's all that's out there right now. We are disrupting the industry with this, folks. This is something different. So your model has shifted. You don't care about what you're notarizing. That's irrelevant, right? You know how to do an acknowledgement. You know how to do a jurat, and everything else that needs to be signed, somebody's going to give you instructions, correct? So you don't have to learn how to do everything. Your money is made by getting the subscribers and mileage. So what the attorney knows on the front end is that you're not charging you're pitching it as free notarizations for your clients, but at the end of the month, you're going to invoice them for your mileage. So if attorney A had you doing, you drove 200 miles for attorney A back and forth that month, okay, and that was the only attorney you really did any work for, and you got 200 paying you, but he was the only one that really kept you busy. Well, then 200 miles times 56 cents per mile is what?
$500.
Okay. Right. So so whatever your mileage is, you're going to bill out to the attorney. So you got money on the front, nothing in the middle.
112.
$112.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got money on the front with the subscriptions. You have nothing in the middle, and you've got money on the back end because you're going to be invoicing for mileage. Now, keep in mind, for those of you thinking, oh my gosh, if I get 200 attorneys or 200 title companies, Lord, am I going to be able to take care of all that work? Of course, no, you won't. But that's not, you don't want to worry about that. That's a great problem to have. You can solve any customer service issue or any issue you may have like that by just being nice. So what do I mean by that? let's say all this works beautifully and you get 200 people to sign up and 150 of them need you to do signings that month. Guess what you're gonna ready to be doing? You're gonna be on SnapDocs, you're gonna go to Notary Nerds Network, you finna figure out, I need somebody here, and you finna figure it out. Are you not? Okay? And then for any customer service delays, you're gonna get in front of them and you're gonna communicate to your attorneys that we are experiencing higher than normal volume. Have we not heard these from businesses before? Okay? We are currently experiencing higher than normal volume. We appreciate your patience and we will make sure that we get to everybody in a timely manner. Would you be okay if we reschedule this appointment to ... Folks, you got to work it out. So even that overwhelm with too much business is not even going to be a problem. Okay? Because you're going to plan on it. You have to plan and prepare. Who all was a Girl Scout, Boy Scout? Okay? Always be prepared. So I've got my homies in the back. I've got 5 or 6 people that I know I can count on. They're money motivated. They're super professional. You know, we've already, developed a rapport with one another. Okay. I told
What's
them.
your talk off fee? Because I'll pay you.
What's your who?
Talk off fee to go get to work.
What's a talk off fee?
To go talk to the attorney's office. I'll pay you. I don't want to do the talking.
That's the beautiful thing about the ClickFunnels. The ClickFunnels talks for you.
So okay, awesome.
Yeah, you don't even have, because for those of you who might get intimidated with a pitch, you don't even have to pitch them. You're just going to list all of the value you're providing: free notarizations for your clients, after hours notarizations, mobile notarizations, remote online notarization access. Okay, all available to my VIPs for what? The simple low price of $25 a month. Okay, and then it tells them in the disclaimer, you'll be billed for mileage. Your clients are not going to get charged for notarizations, but you will be billed for mileage. If you agree, click here, sign up. And then that $25 they're going to pay, because guess what? That they don't have to look any. Now that allows them to stop having to worry about where they're going to get a notary from the next time they need one.
That's genius. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right. See, Avis, you still had your hand up?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So the bulk of this is that, okay, this starts us to networking with other notaries in our area.
Right.
That we have probably never done before. I've never networked with any other notary where I'm located here in Texas. I've just been a one-man band. Okay. I've been a one-man band. So that will start to broaden my horizons to do that, correct?
Right.
And so then the marketing to title companies that's where the templates are to start the process, correct?
That is correct.
And then the ClickFunnels class will kind of tie everything all together.
Somewhat. And
somewhat.
I say somewhat only because the ClickFunnels class is taught by me. And like I told y'all at the beginning, this little patch of gray right here, I'm learning. I have been since May the 28th. I have not done my hair in, what is this, June the 30th? In 4 weeks, I have been all in on ClickFunnels in my free time. So when I say somewhat tie-in, it shows you this is where you go to get your sales funnel started, but you will still need to play around with ClickFunnels. And if you have a budget, you guys, listen to me. If you have a budget that you have $300 or $400 sitting around and you got to go get some flyers, don't do it. Okay.
Okay.
Don't spend it on no flyers. That's 1980. That's 1990. Okay. Flyers are a waste of time. Okay. If you've got $200 or $300, go to Fiverr.com. Go to Fiverr.com and tell the person to make you a ClickFunnels so you don't have to worry about this. Great. Okay. I have to learn it because it's one of those things I just, I've already spent a lot of money with giveaways and stuff like that, and I'm not trying to spend any more. But if you have a budget and you can afford, and plus I'm too far gone. I'm 4 weeks in, I'm almost there. You see what I'm saying? But if you have a budget and this is going to be too much technical knowledge for you, go get somebody to do it.
I'm gonna go pay somebody to do it. Just like I paid for people at Fiverr to do my website, I'm gonna go and pay somebody to do this funnel thing. I think that's
Right.
I don't have the patience. I don't have the patience.
No, but
Right.
I want to do both. But I also wanted to ask, are you part of the whole ClickFunnels community?
Not yet. I think I've requested to join, but I don't think they've added me yet. As far as on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am. But also they have a whole community where they like win awards and they do this whole. Are you part of?
I'm trying to go.
Do that's
yeah.
what I want to do. Okay. So we're on the same page. Okay.
They have a 2 comma club. Russell Brunson has a 2 comma club. And in order to get 2 commas, you got to make how much?
Exactly.
$1 million, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
$1 million.
Yeah. But
Okay.
you're gonna do the affiliate link with them for our ClickFunnels, right?
Well, you know what? You need to keep reminding me, because I haven't, I can't do too many things at once. And I know that.
No, but you got to stop doing that now.
I know I need to do these affiliate links, and they do have one, but I don't want that. I don't want y'all waiting on me to do that. I'm fine with not getting an affiliate. Just get started on your ClickFunnels. Understand that that is the new wave for our marketing, and understand, you guys, when is the only person I see with a ClickFunnels right now is John Schneider, and y'all know who he is.
But I'm gonna chime in on this. You're hurting us more by not having an affiliate program, because ClickFunnels would notice Notary Nerds University as a community and would give us more intel on how we can navigate our notary businesses. So you're hurting us more by not having the link. I know you're thinking about. Go ahead. It's
right.
not money for me. It's about the community.
I got you. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so I'll sign up as an affiliate with ClickFunnels, and I'll put it in the ClickFunnels class. Okay.
And then also, can you reach out to ClickFunnels for us and let them know that you have over 10,000 notary nerds? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the community, you'll get more. We'll be able to leverage you because of notary nerds, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. Yeah, you're right. I will definitely do that. I will definitely.
Yeah. It's 10,000 of us now. I mean, we're not in the little league no more.
Yeah, that is true. You're right. And it's probably one of those things I'll set as a. Go ahead. Who was that? Was that Violet?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh, it's one of those things that I'll probably have to set for my August. I got to get past this event, and I got to get my ClickFunnels out, because I'm trying to 2 comma club real quick, because I got some land I'm trying to buy. It's 200 acres, and it's got my name on it, and they want $900,000 for it. So I got to get it. Okay. But so you're right, that affiliate by us being so
fall
big,
semester. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So okay.
Please
cool.
write that down on your check. You ain't write it down. I ain't see you write it down. I see you write it down.
You see how I take notes on stuff.
Exit to your assistant.
So the major and the minor is due by next Wednesday?
No, it's next by the end of next week. So you have all week. You'll get the email on Monday, and then you'll have time to think about it, go through the classes, and kind of figure out what it is that you'd like to major in. And then by the end of the week, you have to get your declaration in of your major and your minor. So ClickFunnels by August the 1st, affiliate. So next week, by the end of the week, you want to make sure you have declared a major and a minor.
So then you guys are going to create like a course load for us based on our major and our minor.
Yes. Well,
good question.
Not exactly. We're going to create an assessment. So what's already there is going to be your content that you need to know, right? And the assessment is going to determine whether or not you know enough about that topic in order to be successful in it as a major. And so that will be a 90% or higher on the assessment. Okay. So the assessments won't be next week. Next week, all we're doing while you guys are declaring your major, the team Complete Signings is going to be developing the assessments, right? So you guys are having next week to declare your major while we create the assessment. Some of the assessments are kind of already there with the apostille and the refinance. I'm sorry, with the RON and things like that. But we're gonna create it where you'll be able to go into Notary Nerds University and take a test and either pass it with a 90%. If you're in your major or minor, you got to pass it with a 90 or better. Okay. Now it could take us a couple of weeks to get all those done. We'll probably take the first, we'll do a loan signing one, a general notary work, a notary one. And we'll probably look and see what really people have declared as majors and minors, and then focus on making assessments for those, honestly. Because there is so much.
Perfect.
Yeah.
question.
Mhm.
Okay, so probably about 2, maybe now 3 weeks ago, I went through the entire Ron thing on Notary Nerds, and I took an assessment. So will I have to take another assessment? Should I go back through it again?
No. If you've passed that assessment with a 90
I did.
or better, then
I
you've
did.
already passed your major. If you declare major as Ron and you've already taken Aretha's assessment and gotten a 90 or better, then you're already taken care of.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
super. So I'm good. Okay, great.
Yeah,
That's good to know. Okay.
Krishna, go ahead. Thank you for your patience.
I'm sorry, Monica. We send you our major and our minor to Notary Nerds?
Yes. So Connie, what will happen is next week you're going to get an email, and in that email there'll be a form, and it'll ask you to declare a major and a minor. And then once you've declared your major and your minor, then you'll have to take an assessment in both, and then you'll pass, and that'll be at Notary Nerds. And if you pass with a 90% or better, then you're able to go on to the next level of classes, which will involve business banking and some commercial, stuff. We're going to kind of up the game a little bit when it comes to the classes, but you can't get to these classes unless you have declared a major and passed with a passing 90%. So you see, it's giving you structure. You got something to work. You got something to work towards. Does that answer your question, Connie?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. And then we take them on University Nerds, University.
Yes, you will take all of your assessments at notarynerduniversity.com.
Okay. Thank you so much, Monica.
You're welcome. Okay, Krishna, thank you so much for your patience. The floor is yours.
Okay, I have a question. So I'm trying to apply for my RON with the state of Tennessee, and they're asking me to upload a PDF version of my digital certificate, but I have no idea what that means, if anybody knows.
Desiree can help you with that. She's in the state of Tennessee. Desiree is a RON notary. Are you there, Desiree?
I'm here.
Can you help Krishna with that PDF digital certificate?
Yeah. Krishna, I'm going to put my, I'll send you my email address, and we'll connect by email.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Desiree. Let's see here. Violet.
Hello, how are you doing today, everyone?
Hey, Violet.
This evening.
Good.
I have a question. I received an email from, let me pull it up here, from Sam Fulfillment, Olivia Harper. She stated that my profile is incomplete for the SBA. I need a capability statement, current principles, and a small business certification.
Wow. So this is, okay, so who is this email from again?
It says Federal Marketing Profile. It says Olivia Harper at samfulfillment.com.
Okay, Notary Brittany's got it sounds like a scam. Brittany?
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's what I thought
yeah.
when I saw that. I was like, that don't make sense. That's why I said, let me ask.
Every single person, it's just like with the hire notary and the notary locate. As soon as somebody gets a new commission, or as soon as somebody gets a new SBA, these people start sending out these emails saying, well, your profile is incomplete. Hire me and I will fix your profile for you.
I thought I was right. Because everything from the government is .gov, correct?
Yep, right.
Okay, I was right. That's why I said when I saw it, I said, let me ask that in class tonight. I just wanted to make sure.
That's a good question. In case, right. That's a good that you did ask, because if you guys are in the process of doing your sam.gov, once you've entered your information, especially if you did the small business dynamic search, then you're going to be in a database that people can pull, and they're going to start marketing to you, and they're going to act like you need to do stuff, but you can just ignore all that if it's not an official government, situation.
I do have another question.
Okay.
I need some help with my, business capability statement. How can I get started on that?
So Georgette is going to be teaching that in her upcoming class. I think she was out for a couple of weeks due to surgery, but she's back on the calendar. And I believe it's this week. So July the 2nd.
Oh, that's Friday.
Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, so I would, if you guys are in need of the training that you're gonna need for your capability statement and so how it's working, let me explain to you guys what's happening. You know, I'm always trying to collaborate with you guys. Like, I love doing business with people who are of like minds, the professional. So with Georgette, her knowledge base is just so wide that it just is too big for just notary nerds. Like, she can help so many different types of industries, not just notaries. So her and I are joint venturing on this thing called 24-hour government contracting. And I talked to you guys about this before, but basically, in short, for those who aren't aware, is Georgette and I are creating a separate company called 24-hour government contracting. The class that she is teaching on Friday is a pre-certification preparation class, right? So she's going to teach you what you need in order to go take the certification exam, which is going to be offered by Georgette and I on this other platform. Okay, it's going to be a certification you're going to have to pay for. You're going to have to pay to take the test. It's going to be, we need to know that you have a SAM.gov. We need to know you've got a DUNS number. We need to know you know what you need to know, because otherwise we're not going to be able to bring you on as a 1099 contractor. Okay, we want you to come on as a 1099 contractor, but you can't become a 1099 contractor without this certification. So this class that she's teaching on Friday is a prep class so you can pass the certification exam. You got 3 chances to take it, but we want you to be prepared for it. So you just take it when you get ready. But while that's kind of the slow build of that. What we're doing on the other side is we have a contract, her and I. We're kind of negotiating the terms of that contract as we speak. Once we finalize that, then we will start building, guess what? A click funnel. That's a part of our partnership. That's what I bring to the table, is I have to build a click funnel. And that click funnel is going to be towards, guess who? Truckers, okay? We want to help people who are, there's government contracts for truckers. Truckers are busy. Their problem is they don't have time to go through all this DUNS number and all this stuff, okay? So we know that's their pain point. So 24-hour government contracting is going to create marketing that's going to attract truckers to give us their email. And when they get to our ClickFunnels page, it's going to give them an offer they cannot refuse.
Are these truckers independent truckers? Because my sister is a trucker, but she's partnered with Prime.
Well, I think it's probably going to focus on the owner operators at first, because kind of like with the attorneys, they're the ones who need us the most.
Yeah, she's owner operator, but she's contract with Prime.
So you can be an owner operator and still be kind of contracted with a company. This still may work, because I think even if you're contracted with a company, you still as an owner operator want to know about any government contracts that you might be able to get in on.
Yeah.
So, but my thing in focusing on truckers outside of everybody else is, through the pandemic, that didn't stop. And government spending is at its highest right now. So as far as that goes, that makes perfect sense for our 24-hour government contracting to focus our marketing, our ClickFunnels towards truckers, letting truckers know, hey, we'll help you with your government contracts. Now, when I say help, this is all we're doing, folks. We can't do it for them after a certain point. But what we can do for them is we can go get their DUNS and Bradstreet number for them. And all of you are like, they don't take nothing but 5 minutes and it's easy. Guess what? Everybody is not computer savvy people.
And guess what? Truckers don't have time, because my sister do not have time sometimes just to even stop to get something to eat. So
exactly.
I know it could be true.
Exactly. So we're going to get their DUNS number if they don't have one. We're going to get their SAM.gov registration complete. We're going to get their capability statement done, because Georgette's going to provide us with a template so we can fill in the blanks. And we're going to help them with their business plan. Okay. Now, if they need some one-on-one hand-holding, Georgette has this other company that she's going to build, and they can go pay her for that. Okay. They can go pay her to get the actual hand-holding. That's going to cost more money, because she's going to have to hand-hold with them. But as far as getting everything started, all we're going to do is those 4 pieces: the DUNS number, the SAM.gov, the capability statement, and the business plan, which there's nobody out there that's offering all 4 of those. There's a couple of companies that are offering help with the SAM.gov. and there's, you know, people that will help you with the DUNS. But and PTAC, those are the professional technical assistance organizations that are supposed to help you with government for free. Guess what the problem with them is? They're open 9 to 5 and they're hard to get on the phone. So when you go use these free technical assistance centers, good luck getting it done quick. So that's where 24-hour government contracting comes in. We expedite all of that. You can get us on the phone. We're gonna have a professional phone. We're gonna have the whole 9, okay? So that's kind of where that's gonna happen. And then whatever we charge them, we haven't even discussed pricing yet. But what I'm thinking is it's probably gonna be about a 2-hour work from home file from beginning to end. So I'm thinking probably between like $150 or something like that, a file or something like that is what that's gonna look like. So that means we would need to charge the trucker $4.95 or something like that in order for it to make it profitable as a company. So that's kind of the thought process.
Monica, can I say something?
Sure.
This is actually to Violet, and it probably help everyone else. Last weekend, I'm trying to complete my SAMS.gov registration. I am all the way down to where they need their capability statements. Now, on SAM.gov, you only need 50 characters. So the entire capability statement that we're going to make will not fit on there. All you need is, because I've got templates for the capability statements and all of that, but that won't fit in the little box that they have there at SAM.gov. It's only 50 character statement, maybe a couple of sentences about your business, what you do, blah, 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 and that's it. Now, the capability statement as far as the worksheet, that is separate, but you don't need that for the SAMs. You just need to fill in those little 50 characters for your SAM.gov, and that's it.
Right.
Okay.
So Violet, you just gotta, it's just the marketing, you know, I'm Violet and I do this, that, and the other, and you know, and all that. There's only 50 characters that can fit in that box. Because I was sweating it all last weekend, looking at all of these templates for capability statement. I'm like, God, you know, come on. Then I went back and I saw, oh, just 50 characters. I said, okay. So I can just take something out of that and just put it into SAMS, and that will satisfy that and move on, because you're almost there at submit button. I can see the submit button.
Lockett to get this completed.
Pardon?
I said I want to reach out to you so I can make sure I get this completed correctly.
Okay. I'll put my email address in chat.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Okay, cool. Dion, go ahead.
Oh goodness, I'm trying to remember why I even raised my hand.
I'm sorry.
Oh no. Oh goodness. Yeah, you were talking about choosing majors and minors. I know I just kind of joined your university or signed up like yesterday as far as classes. So
congratulations.
So I'm not, I don't know if that goes like for everybody or if that's just for, you know, the people that have been with you for a while.
Well, no, good question, Dion. I'm glad you asked. So what it is since you just started, you haven't, maybe you have been overwhelmed yet. I'm not sure. Maybe it hasn't happened to you yet. But now hopefully you won't be overwhelmed, because next week, so what I want you to do kind of over the weekend is kind of pick up some of the classes and look at them that kind of draw you in, maybe the title or whatever the case may be, and see what you're developing an affinity for. If you feel like after watching the the Ron class, or if you feel like after watching the the refinance or the seller packet class at loan signings is for you, start to kind of narrow down what you think your top 2 things would be that you would want to focus on initially as far as money revenue generating activities. So you'll have one major, and then you'll have one minor. You're not going to be rushed to be able to take this exam like right away because you did just get started, but you'll have focus that a lot of us, we just haven't had over the last 6 months, because this is new for everyone. Like this is completely new. So we have been kind of figuring things out as we go. But fortunately for you, you're coming on board at the 6 month mark where we've been around. So we've learned some lessons, and we know that we could get really distracted and we can get really spread thin really easily. And so declaring a major and a minor is something that we just came up with so that to help resolve that. So you're entering at a great time. You're not going to get lost in the sauce. You're coming in at a place where we're determining majors and minors, but you don't have to feel like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done by next week. You need to declare a major by next week if you want to be able to start doing those business classes in the fall. But if you're not ready to do those business classes in the fall, that's okay. You can wait until the next time they're offered, which will be in the beginning of the spring, right? But if you don't want to wait, then guess what? You will have to declare a major and minor next week. You will have to pull all-nighters. You will have to take the exams as soon as they become available in order to get in on the business classes that are going to be taught in the fall. You see? Okay. So you can pick your own pace. You don't have to be in a rush. But if you want to make sure if you feel like, okay, I kind of know what I want to do, then you want to just focus on those, become proficient in that, and proficiency is going to be determined by the assessments, a 90% or better.
Okay, and the test will be based off of the information given in the class?
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
It's a lot. And so, but that's the thing though, I don't want you to feel like too overwhelmed because you just got here. So give yourself some time to kind of go through things and just kind of figure out what your top 2 would be. Let me ask you, what notary work have you already been doing?
Well, I've not done anything. And I mean, I do have an idea of the direction that I want to go. I can say 2 things probably off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I feel like I have a lot to go because I don't have a Facebook or like I have to do all that stuff.
Okay. You need the Notary 101, 102, and 103. That's what you need. You need the checklist. There's 3 checklists that'll help keep you focused. And let me go get those real quick. And then Cynthia, you're next, but Keena had a question in the chat that I have to go back to. Keena, let me go back and see what that question was. It was way back, and I'm sorry I missed it. If you are able to, you can come off mute and ask it. Please feel free.
Listen, yes. I was asking because I feel overwhelmed with juggling, these multiple businesses. Plus, I'm a nurse in the daytime. I'm an investor on nights and weekends. Then I'm adding this, and I just wanted to hear from some of the other notary nerds. How are they juggling their W-2 and multiple businesses and this at the same time? Like organizational tips, management tips. That's what I would like to know.
Awesome. Notary Brittany, I think you have something to share on that tip.
Yeah. Can I share my screen? Do I have the ability?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, let me bump in here really quick. So I'm going to show you. All right, so I pulled this picture up really quick. So back before I embraced technology, I was using basically whiteboards with sticky notes, which was something they actually taught us back in business school. Of you just put stuff on there and you just have a mess. It's just a chaos. Well, I now use an app called Trello, and what it is it's basically that in an app. And you can see here, so I have all of my businesses. I have many businesses. So I have my notary business. I have, I'm a VA claims representative. So I represent veterans and processing their claims. So I have that business here. So each business has its own board, like a whiteboard. And then like what would be a good one? I also do like content management and social media marketing. So like for this board is just 30 days of content. This app syncs with everything. It syncs with Google Calendar. It syncs with CRM like HubSpot. It'll sync with your email. So if I needed to schedule something, these would be like the sticky notes. So I have a sticky note, and you've got all of these options where you can actually schedule a due date, like right here, and that'll automatically sync to my Google Calendar. So that way I know I have to have this done on X and X day. You can do a checklist. Like, this app really just tied everything together so that I can manage multiple things on one screen and bounce back and forth. My new fingerprinting company, I got my to-do list here of stuff that I need to do. My Google Calendar pops me up a reminder, hey, you had this due date for this one. I work for a church, so I've got the stuff that I do for church. It's a free app. It downloads to your, if you're not, I love this thing. It syncs with Slack for those of you who had to use Slack in school. It syncs with everything. And once everything's all synced, you have one thing that you're using and it just filters to everything else. It'll even sync to Square for appointments. I can handle appointments through this. And it syncs with Dropbox and Google Drive and all of my databases. So like my databases that I managed, like right here, I have all of the state primers for all of the states. If I need to look at a notary primer for somebody, I've got all of that, and it syncs to the Dropbox link where I can just pull all of that up. Like, this app is amazing and it's free.
You're gonna have to do a class on this next month.
You took the words out of my
that's what I was just about to
say.
You're gonna have to
Monica.
do a class on that one, because that was mind blowing. Like, you know, thank God for Roxana, because like now we at least are using a Google Calendar, whereas before I was just double booking myself. Oh, I can do this. Oh, and I can do that. And then everybody would be like, wait a minute, did you know you scheduled 2 classes at the same time? You know, so at least thank God for her now. But that, what you just showed, oh my goodness. We have
Game changer.
Yes,
Game
I need training on that.
So Kina, thank you for asking that question, because I think, how many people, just give me either a hand raise or something, how many people have more than one business? Okay. How many people have more than, or drop in the let's do this. Drop in the chat how many businesses you have. Let's just do it that way. Drop in the chat. And these are businesses that are generating revenue, folks. This is not something you claiming as a business, but you ain't made no money with yet. Okay?
Girl, Miss Monica.
Well, I'm
Don't
just
put-
They know Monica straight from the hip. She ain't got time to be playing games.
Right, I ain't got time for y'all. I got a website, but have you made any money? Okay.
Well, I just started all mine, so I can't claim none of them.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Thank you, Yvonne. Yes, you can't
There
claim
you
them
go.
until they start making money, folks.
Exactly.
Okay. And that's what's the motivating factor. Now you're like, okay, let me see who's. And here's the other thing: you have got to take it behind the shed and shoot it if it's not making money after 90 days. You take
Riley, you making money.
Move forward.
You take the shotgun, you walk behind the shed, and you shoot it. You don't care what your friends on Facebook say. Didn't she just start that business? Look, she can't even keep focused. She always doing this. Don't worry about what people will say. If you have given it your best effort in developing that business for no fewer than 90 days, and you're not getting nothing, then something is
Let me
wrong.
take that back. I got one.
You have a business. That's about to say, Miss Violet. And then also,
Exactly.
so what Miss Monica said, you shoot it 90 days after putting in the work.
Right.
Not
There you go. My bad.
yeah. Putting in
And
the
I
work.
got a win too. I had somebody from British Columbia call me today for 4 signings for somewhere here in my state, because she said she pulled up Google near me from where she at and called 3 people and nobody answered the phone. I was the only one that answered the phone. So
Come
she said
on,
she did it all
Violet.
to me.
Awesome.
Yep,
Cynthia,
and
your
she in
hand is up.
British Columbia.
Go ahead, Cynthia. The floor is yours.
Hey, everybody. In the state of Illinois, notarizations are $1 per notarization. There is a petition out there for the notaries are signing a petition to see if we can get this a bill on the floor to raise the amount for notarizations to $10 per notarization. I don't know how many Illinois notaries we have, but I can put that link in the chat if it's okay, Monica,
Absolutely.
so you can sign.
Absolutely. And please feel free to share that in the Facebook group too, Cynthia.
Okay. And
And
Brittany, thank you so much for Trello? I am going to
Trello.
download that today.
Trello.
All right, El Lockett, your hand is up. Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. My first question is, I joined the Notary Nerd University and I made my payment. Now, when does my next payment come? On the same date that I joined, or do all payments have to be on the first of the month or the end of the month, or how does that work?
So it works as a 30-day subscription.
Right.
So let's say you join today, you can go into your dashboard and cancel right now, and you will still have access to the classes for 30 days. So
I'm not canceling you.
I'm just letting y'all know that, because everybody doesn't like automated subscriptions, right? So it doesn't work for everybody. So I like to let people know that if you aren't sure about that part of it, you can cancel and still have access for 30 days. So if you sign up on the 25th of June, then the 25th of July is the next time that your card is going to be charged. Okay.
Okay, it's an automatic charge.
It's an automatic, right?
Okay. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Good question. Dorothy, your hand is up.
Good evening, everyone. I wanted to go back to when you were talking about the notary, providing notary services for the truckers.
Yes.
Okay, you said that once you and I forgot the young lady's name that you're going to partner with,
Georgette.
once you all establish, okay, Georgette, once you all establish the partnership, that you would charge them probably $4.95 for their DUNS number, SAM.gov, capability statement, and the business plan.
Yes, ma'am.
But what if they needed more than that? What if they needed help with their tax ID, name reservation, LLC formation, articles of incorporation? How much would you charge for all of those things together?
Ooh, you just opened up a whole can of worms. I didn't even think about that. You just really brought up a really good point, Dorothy, because a lot of these truckers don't have their Lord,
the truckers don't have anything, just like Anastasia said, her sister. And I have a neighbor that's a truck driver. They barely have enough time to stop. They have enough time to stop, get gas, and keep it pushing. So all the other stuff.
Charging more than $4.95.
Well, see, so actually, if they need all of that, Monica, you're saying starting their entire business.
So you should say business.
Origination is what you're doing. You're originating the whole business.
Wow.
If they need that entire thing.
Exactly.
So that's Anastasia, her sister is a prime example.
Because she has none of that. She's working under Prime.
Wow.
And she does probably have like some kind of trucking number because she is owner operator, but it's probably the bare minimum.
I see. Okay, well, you know what? That's a really, really good point, Dorothy, because I didn't think about that. Again, this is why it's important for people who have already been there, done that, to step back and think of it like you haven't done anything. I'm already thinking they got all this taken care of, but they may not.
Miss Brittany got something in the chat regarding that, what she said, what she thought about saying.
Okay. $1,200 for a full package.
Yeah, that should, so to originate the business,
right?
And then part of that would be earmarked for the business plan, and then other that's earmarked. So when they pay $1,200, they get a list of things that they have bought, basically, because you're gonna. For Sam, you need a checking account for your business. They've got to start a business checking account, all of that stuff.
Right.
My sister does have a business checking account, but like I said, it's the bare minimum.
Right. Okay.
I mean, it's a lot to go into all that.
Right. Let me see. Somebody's got on.
You see what time it is?
Somebody needs to go on mute. I can't see who it is. There we go. Okay. So Dorothy, you brought up a very good point. So since we've already got the branding stuff started on the 24-hour government contracting, because that's the thing that's gonna pull them in. But once they come to the ClickFunnels, you just made it very clear that they can sign up for just that, or if they need the full package, we need to have those offerings available too. So what this is gonna look like for the notaries who end up contracting with us, I want you guys to see the software that we're gonna be utilizing. Now,
And then they might need a business email created also. So, that's another thing we could throw in for them.
we need to get them all the way set up like we're set up.
Right, right.
Exactly. It's a business origination.
Business origination.
And that's what I do for my business. That's one of mine.
And
business in a box.
That's exactly it. Business in a box. I love it. Business in a box.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the software. So once we actually are full throttle and you are a part of the government contracting, whatever the case may be, we're going to use this Monday.com. And if you're one of the independent contractors, you will come here. There will be a dashboard specifically designed for the trucker files. You'll be able to come in here, get your assigned trucker. You'll get assigned the file, and the things that you need are going to be here, and you'll download them and you'll sit and work from home and you'll get their file started, whatever they signed up for, right? So it'll be one of those things where we're going to have 3 shifts and it's going to be 24/7. So it's all going to be based on us, marketing towards the truckers. And now that you put this whole business in a box situation in the mix, that's going to really, really open things up, because you setting up LLCs, we got to be careful because we're not attorneys, right? We need to make sure that we make that clear that this is an administrative support, basically, situation for truckers. Not just truckers, but that's who we're going out the gate with, because we know they need help, because without them, none of this stuff gets to the stores. And they're not, they're the priority. There's other industries that are kind of probably gonna get added, but thank you, Dorothy, for that. But I wanted to show you all the workspace that we will be working out of once we actually get it going.
Monica, I have to say this. To splice up a person, their business, like you can have us to put in all their data entry, if they have their checking account, all that information in, and then we send it over to the business plan department and they make up the business plan. And then when they're finished, they can send it over to wherever else needs. And then by the end, you check it and make sure they have everything.
So you got quality control.
So quality control, exactly. And then just so that, one person shouldn't be able to do everything. You should have like a department doing this,
Okay, I like that.
When it comes in, we'll get it set up, name whoever and all this, and then send it. And then we submit it over to the business plan department. They do all their thing. And then they send it over here to the SAM's department. They do all their thing. And then by the time it gets to you guys, y'all do the final check.
Gotcha.
Before it gets back. I love that. And that's part of the order thing, rules of order, whatever.
Yes.
There you go. That book coming to work.
Yes.
Need to rock this out.
That's how we
need to rock it out.
And then by the time it gets to the end, before we submit it back to the client and you call them in or you FaceTime them or whatever and say, look, we have it all set up here. We have your package. We have this, that, and the other. We have a list of things that they've gotten. And then you can take it from there. So
nice. I love it. You just basically created a whole operational flow. And it made perfect sense. While it's important for people to be cross-trained just for staffing reasons, I think you're right. It's more important for people to be responsible for that specific.
Yeah, because some people only have certain strengths.
Correct.
And that's what you want. Plus I'm, Six Sigma Green Belt certified. So I like process flow.
Nice. You got it,
like,
you can work
like
it out.
like a Gantt chart. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Kina Strong, and that's going to be it. It looks like it's almost time to close out. Kina, what's your question?
Raised my hand on accident. But I was just saying, but just to piggyback on that, if they want trademarking, you could do a referral program with business attorneys. If you refer them, if they want to go further, have trademarking. That's what I've been doing. I've been referring all my friends to get their businesses trademarked, and I get a referral fee. So
nice. I like. Very good. You guys, you see this iron sharpening iron? What happens on Wednesday nights? I don't know that we've had a Wednesday night where we didn't learn something or figure out something or stumble across something that has been kind of, phenomenal level. You know what I mean? So this is what a mastermind looks like. This is almost what this is turning into. For those who have already read Think and Grow Rich, a mastermind is a group of people who are of like mind, who basically come together. You have to be very careful of who's in that mastermind, because you don't want people who have negative thinking to come in and spoil the whole thing. And every time we get on these, it feels like a mastermind, because even though we might have our downtimes with people having bad experiences, for the most part, it's a very uplifting and positive, forward, progressive type of a conversation that always results in something amazing. Claire, you have a question?
No, I was just going to make a comment. You took the words right out of my mouth about iron sharpens iron. But if you like, a case study would be to look at Chick-fil-A, and exactly what was fleshed out just a few moments ago, how one of the reasons why they're so hugely successful is that their staff, each individual for each part of the process of how they put their menu and various food selections together, those people strictly do that one thing all day long. Someone takes care of one aspect of building the sandwich or breakfast or what have you, and then they become experts at that one position and one thing that they are supposed to be responsible for. And so they are all working in tandem. It's like a well-oiled machine. Yeah. And so this is what this sounds like. It's awesome. It's so exciting.
This is definitely like that. And I went to Chick-fil-A this weekend, and the little girl that does the thing at the drive-through, she knew that thing. She could have done it blindfolded.
Yes.
She knew it so well. She was like, "Is that all for you?"
And they all smiled. Not one person at Chick-fil-A got an attitude. Not one person.
Because to your point, Claire, they've trained her to be good at that.
That's what. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Excuse me, Monica, I asked the question earlier. I'm not sure if it was answered. Do we have a referral link for notaries that want to be a part of the university?
No, and to answer your question, and Wayne, I think you emailed me about this earlier. The affiliate program, I have not rolled that back out yet. And the reason I haven't rolled it back out yet is because I have made it really lean at $37 a month for everything, right? So there's not a whole lot of meat on the bone to do an affiliate program that would make sense economically. So as far as the membership, there is no affiliate program currently associated with the membership. You just basically, it's like, you're telling somebody about it. No, you're not getting any compensation for it, but maybe you're gonna, help them out or whatever. Where the affiliate program is going to come back into play is we are going to develop our certifications. We are going to have the government contracting certification. We are going to have the fingerprinting certification, okay? We are going to take Dan's knowledge and Georgette's knowledge, and then we have a general notary nerd certification that we're working on. All these things I'm working on in the background, right, with other people. So I know, to your point, Avis, how hard it is to kind of do stuff with others. But when I tell you, I've got 3 joint ventures going on with folks I done met in Notary Nerds, and I want 10 more. You see, this is the thing. When you start opening up and working with other people, now it has to work. That's why we're getting stuff in writing, and we're developing an understanding. And that takes time. So that's why things may not go fast, but that's the whole idea.
Miss Avis is one person we need to get on the platform too. Don't let Miss Avis go.
I think Miss Avis.
Don't let her slide out.
Yeah, don't let her slide out.
Right.
Church friend. Okay.
L Lockett.
Well, yeah. Sorry, I was reading Miss Violet's email. Hello, I got it. Oh.
Okay, darling.
I'll respond back to you. I guess on this business origination thing, I was just thinking that if I'm not real good at design like Brittany. She's really great. I need Brittany to help me with my stuff. So even if we need to go through this ourselves, go through this whole process ourselves, I guess you can test drive with us.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. In other words, you guys can kind of be the initial customers, those of you who are in need of certain of these things.
Right.
I see. Okay. That's actually the best way to do it, you know, is to have people who are willing to kind of be guinea pigs and let's work out the kinks on it at the beginning. So that's not a bad idea.
Agreed.
And with that, it is 10:05. I told
Last
you.
question. What is the
Good night.
airport? What's the airport? Last question.
Airport is BNA. BNA. And this
Okay.
is, we got a nice little registration happening. It looks like there's going to be a nice amount of folks coming to the event. So I'm excited for everybody who got their early bird pricing in. Congratulations. You will not be disappointed. You will be, you know, you will get your money's worth. So I'm looking forward to July the 23rd and 24th. You'll get the email with the booking link and all of that. And to everybody who won, you're going to get an email. You're going to have 48 hours to respond to that email. If you don't respond, we're going to do this next month. And guess what? You must be present to win. Save the chat in honor of Miss B. Save the chat in Tennessee. And I will see you guys on the other side.
Good night.
Have a good night. Good
Good
night.
Thank y'all.
Good
Thank
night.
y'all.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.